Alright, I'm going to go over that riff a little more in detail, not trying to get gay on you being shirtless, but I just got home from and my work shirt was saturated and so get a little bit of a better angle so you can see what the hell I got going on. Okay. Alright. So, once again, the intro riff. So that little first part seems to be what messes most everyone that I've tried to teach this to, the guy that was going to do lead guitar before you and John. That first triplet, it's going to be an open B, and then the third fret twice, and then the second fret. So it'd be B. So E, 2 Ds, and then it'll land on C sharp. So, and then it's going to be an open B. And then it's going to go, you're going to hit the 6th fret on the B string, but it's instantly going to do, I want to say, at least a quarter bend, might be a half bend, I don't know if it's that much. So I want to say it's a quarter bend. So the second part of that riff is going to be, so whenever you bend the 6th fret, quarter bend, you instantly pull off on it. So you're going to pull off to where it's an open. You're not going to hit, but then you're going to follow it with a palm muted hit on that open B. So it's going to sound like this. So then it's going to go. So a little bit of like kind of like Master of Puppets like action on the right hand where it's where it kind of like alternates immediately from palm mute to open. So it's going to sound like this. So that part again is. That chord over there, it would be the first and third intervals of a bar chord that's on the 8th fret on the B string. Well, not the full one, like that, but it's just the first and third intervals. But I am raising that third interval a half step up. So it's going to have like a dissonant kind of like black metal sound to it. That's the chord. So 8th fret on the B string and then 11th fret on the E string. So it's good. And that chord is palm muted and tremolo picked. So it's going to go for 8 hits. So the way I count it, like I did in marching band, I counted 16th notes like this, 1 Iana, 2 Iana. So it goes 1 Iana, 2 Iana, and then it's going to go back to that first part with the triplet and pull off on 6 and open. But instead of following instead what follows on the first repetition, it's going to go like this. will play that riff like it goes the first repetition with that chord in there. But then the fourth repetition is going to cut short. So it's going to sound like... And then it'll lead into... So I'll slow that one down again as well. So that's going to be open, and it's almost like so these chords, it's just 2nd fret on the E and A string and 3rd fret on the E and A string. So it's essentially like playing a B bar chord and a C bar chord, but minus the root. So it's just going to be the 3rd and 5th interval. So now that I described or explained how those chords go, I'm going to slow down the riff. It's not full speed, so it's going to be like this. Those little harmony chords are really easy. Same pattern. It's just going to be... So 7 and 6 on the E and A. 6 and 5 on the E and A. 10 and 9 on the E and A. And then 9 and 8. And for those chords, you're going to alternate with palm muted open string in between each of them. Once again, very Master of Puppets, that era Metallica feel. Very typical thrash metal technique. But the riff I had in mind, not that I'm trying to sound like Killswitch Engage, but that riff does kind of remind me of that. I know that both videos that I've sent to you have used very mainstream references. I swear on Brutal Death Metal, bro. Anyway, let's see. Get back to business. So. And then. So that's how that goes. 2, 2, 3, 2, with alternating with the open palm mute. So that's the rhythm. And then, not to try to make your plate too full, and this video is already probably going too long, so I'm going to break it up into pieces. I have written a riff that immediately follows that. It reminds me of a little more brutal of a reference now, not like, fucking... Anyways, definitely gives me like a Dying Fetus influence, like Stop at Nothing era. So that riff is going to be... So, definitely a lot of tremolo picking, but thankfully the part doesn't last long, so don't worry, right hand. So, pretty simple with what the left hand's doing. 1 Indiana, 2 Indiana. So, the 1 first fret, so. So that progression is going to go 1 0 1. So 1 0 1. So 1 0 1 4 3 open. So 1 piano, 2 piano. So that's going to go for like, I think something just like 4 times, you know, something simple like that. Maybe 5 to throw it off and like, you know, give you the false, you know, kind of lead you on to think that's going to go on longer and then just abruptly go to the next part. So the part that I plan on having after that is going to have a Fear Factory-esque vibe to it. So very like stop and go, tremolo picked bursts that'll be syncopated with double bass bursts. So that run that I'm planning on using there that you just heard. So 5th fret on the E string, 6th fret on the D string. So 5th fret on the E string, 6th and 5th on the A string. And then so 5th fret on the E string, 6 5 on the A, 7 8 7 6. So that's all I have of the song so far. That is going to be like, I'm not going to call it a chorus because I don't have the lyrics written yet, but that's going to be a reoccurring riff in there. But yeah, that's all I got so far right now. Practice that and hit me up if you have any more questions on the riffs, brother. All right, later.